Hey guys, Leon Rage on Tom Clancy the Division. I'm going to show you the defensive tactician build. So for the defensive tactician, I'm running a 3-piece defense gear with the Ninja Bike Messenger bag as always, and a 2-piece tactician. Going into the armor, for the defense vest, it's rolled under stamina with health, exotic damage resilience, ammo capacity. And for the mods, I have stamina with skill power and firearms with skill power. Now the reason why I run the defense is because it gives me 15% protection from elites, a 10% ballistic shield damage resilience, and allows me to use an SMG if equipped with my ballistic shield. And only the master mod is active, so that's really fine with me. Not to mention the ballistic shield health is increased by 57% for every 3,000 stamina. As you can see, I only have 5,000. Once I start optimizing this build a bit more, that should increase as well. Going into the mask, it's rolled under stamina with enemy armor damage, disorient, resilience. And the mods that I put on here are stamina with skill power. Into the holster, rolled under stamina with health, and the only mod I have this is first aid self-heal. Going into the gloves, it's rolled under electronics with shotgun damage, skill haste, and enemy armor damage. And the reason why I use the tacticians a lot in my builds is because of the skills that it gives me. It gives me 15% skill haste and 10% skill power. So a lot of my builds usually always have tactician in it, just for the skill power and the skill haste. Going into the knee pads, it's rolled under electronics with health, increased kill XP, blind deaf resilience, and damage to elites. For the mods, we have electronics with health, and the ballistic shield health. For the backpack, I could re-roll this on anything for the top 3, whether it be firearms, stamina, or electronics. But playing as a tank, I do like to be able to kill something, so that way I'm not just being the diversion for everybody, because it's kind of boring just not being able to kill anything. But we have health, blind or bleed resistance, I'm sorry. And for the mods, we have stamina with health, first aid self-heal, and another first aid self-heal. Now, going into the abilities, I usually roll with the sticky bomb with the BFB, which causes the radius to be bigger, and it does a little more damage, and it causes enemies to bleed as well. And you can see, because I have the high skill power on the top right corner at 184,000, the base and I guess you could say the buffed portions are increased pretty drastically. So the explosive damage base would take 82,000. Now I take 447,000 health off of anybody. So that's always good to have, especially if you are being a tank and you're kind of getting pushed back, but some of the enemies are kind of going off and going after your teammates and they need some help. You can just pop this off in the major group of enemies that are in front of you, try to kill them off first, and then gather all the other ones that are just scattered, so that way all the attention can come back to you. For the mod, since we're running the 4-piece defense, it's going to be the self-healing armor. So after a short time without taking any damage, the shield slowly repairs itself to full health, which is always good, because if you're the tank, you want to make sure that shield is always going to be full. You always want to make sure that you can be the diversion that your teammates need. So if you're running as a tank, you have your shield up, you're taking too much fire, but there's cover that you can take cover, pop off some rounds, and then get back up and just start moving all the enemies away from your teammates. For the ultimate, I have the survivor link. So this kind of increases the defense for the entire party members, which is always good to have. Since you're the tank, your role is to be the defense. As far as talents go, we have strike back, reach low health, and all the cooldowns are reduced by 20%. We have tech support, kill a hostile with any skill deployed and extend the active skill duration by 10%, which normally you're not really going to need, but I really couldn't find another talent that would have been good for this, except maybe another medical. I'll probably get into that later. Desperate times, reach low health, and blind fire is increased by 20%. Just in case if things get too heated, just blind fire your SMG behind your shield. And on the move, kill a hostile while moving to reduce incoming damage by 15%. So this is always good to have when you're playing as a tank, because you're always basically on the move. You're always on the front lines getting hit by everything. So be sure to always have this one on. Okay, so I switched over from tech support to shrapnel. So that way when I use the sticky bomb does apply bleeding. So with adding shrapnel to my talents, applying bleeding damage to any target triggers a 30% chance per each target in a 10-meter radius. So doing more damage to everybody else makes everything easier for those who are around you shooting at the other enemies while you have all the attention. So let's see how this works out.
Scans indicate 5 hostiles remain. You've got 3 hostiles left. Scans indicate 1 hostile left.
Wave of hostiles now inbound. wave in 20 seconds. You must scan the target area. Eliminate all remaining enemies.
You've got 3 hostiles left. Scans say you got 1 hostile left.
A heavily armored hostile is inbound. Take out all remaining enemies.
Scanning indicates 3 enemies remain. Scans indicate 1 hostile left. Prepare for loss of Shade Tech capability.
Shade Tech interacts are now offline.
We've got 5 hostiles out there. You've got 3 hostiles left. Scans say you got 1 hostile left.
Just you and me, buddy. Keep wasting your bullets. Just you and me, buddy. Where are your friends?
Hostile wave is imminent.
Hey, no weakness. Finish the damn job. Keep it tight, people. It looks like the odds are on our side now. Keep it tight. Come and get it. Focus your fire. Lock this area.
Nice shooting out there.